There is one number on your tax return that can quietly cost you $8,000 a year, or save it. It is the salary you pay yourself from your S corporation, and most business owners are flat out guessing. I'm a certified public accountant, and this is one of the first numbers I fix for business owners. So let me show you how to set it the right way. The method that actually holds up in an audit, with real numbers, not theory. You'll learn how to pick a salary you can defend and exactly how much it can save you. And stick around to the end because I'll show you when an S Corp truly saves you money and when it quietly costs you more than it saves. That last part is where most people lose money and never even know it. Let's start with why this one number controls your whole tax bill. Here's the thing most business owners never had explained to them. When you run a regular LLC or you work as a sole proprietor, every single dollar of profit gets hit with the self-employment tax. That's 15.3%, and that's before your income tax even shows up. So on $150,000 of profit, that self-employment tax alone is roughly $21,000. Gone every year. Now, here's where the S Corporation changes the game. An S Corp splits your money into two buckets. Bucket one is your salary. That part gets payroll tax. Bucket two is your distribution. That part does not. So every dollar you legally move out of salary and into a distribution skips that 15.3%. That's the whole savings engine. That's it. This is something we set up for clients constantly. And done correctly, it's 100% legal. But that word, correctly, is doing a lot of work because the IRS does not let you pay yourself a tiny salary and just call the rest a distribution. Which brings me to the lie you probably already heard. You've probably seen someone online say, pay yourself 60% as salary and 40% as distribution. Let me be blunt with you. That rule does not exist anywhere in the tax code. The IRS never wrote it. No court ever blessed it. Somebody made it up and it spread. The actual standard is just two words: reasonable compensation. That means you have to pay yourself what the job you do is actually worth. Not a percentage, not a number that happens to save you the most tax. Here's where people mess this up. They start with the answer they want, the lowest possible salary. And then they work backward to justify it. The IRS does the exact opposite. They don't care what percentage you picked. They care about one thing. What would it cost to pay someone else to do your job? Get that backward and you've built your entire savings on sand. So, how do you set up a salary you can actually defend? Use what I call the replacement cost test. Ask yourself one simple question. If you vanish tomorrow, what would you have to pay someone to do everything that you do? Then go look it up. Search the going rate for that role in your city, a real salary for a real job that a real person would take. That's your starting point. That's a number with a backbone under it. Now, let me put actual numbers on this. Say your business nets $150,000 in profit. You look honestly at what you do, and a defensible salary for that role is $70,000. You run that $70,000 through payroll, and the payroll tax on it comes out to about $10,000 a year. The remaining $80,000 comes out as distribution with zero payroll tax on it. You just cut your payroll tax close to in half. And even after you pay for running payroll and filing a separate business tax return, that owner keeps somewhere around $7,000 to $8,000 more in their pocket every single year. That's the strategy working the way it's supposed to. Now, here's the part almost nobody talks about. The S Corp is not always the right answer. And if you force it at the wrong time, it can quietly cost you more than it saves. Here are the three places it bites people. First, when your profit is too low. If your business nets under roughly $50,000 to $60,000, the savings often get completely eaten up by payroll fees and that extra tax return. You do all the work and keep almost none of the benefit. Second, your retirement and your Social Security are both built off of your salary. Push your salary too low and you shrink how much you're allowed to put into your retirement plan. You also quietly lower the Social Security check you collect down the road. Third, and this one is sneaky, if you are a high earner, your salary feeds into a separate deduction called the QBI deduction. In plain English, set your salary too low and you can shrink that write-off and lose more there than the payroll tax you thought you were saving. Most people never realize this is even happening. It's exactly why a salary that looks smart on the surface can be bleeding you underneath. This is the full calculation we run for clients before we ever lock in a number. Let's talk about how owners get themselves into real trouble. Mistake number one, paying yourself zero salary and taking everything as a distribution. That is the single fastest way to get your return flagged. There's a real court case, the Watson case, where an accountant paid himself a tiny salary to dodge payroll tax. The court threw it out, set a much higher salary, and hit him with back taxes and penalties on top of that. Mistake number two, picking a lowball number with nothing to back it up. If you can't show why your salary is reasonable, you do not have a strategy. You have a guess waiting to get caught. Mistake number three, calling it salary but never actually running payroll. If the money never goes out through a real payroll system, then on paper it never was salary to begin with. The fix for all these three is the same, and it's simple. Set a defensible number, run it through a real payroll, and keep one-page record of how you landed on that number. That record is your shield if anyone ever asks. Here's a bonus move we use with clients to keep all of this clean. Pay yourself your salary on a set schedule, like clockwork, like every single month. Then sweep your extra profit out as distributions once a quarter after you've set money aside for taxes. It keeps your books clean. It keeps your salary steady and easy to defend. And it means you're never scrambling at year end trying to explain what on earth you actually paid yourself. Now, here's the part most people get dead wrong about timing. This is not an April decision. Your salary, your distributions, your whole structure, all of it has to be set before December 31st. Once the year closes, the savings are gone. There is no going back and fixing it. So if you're a business owner making real profit and you're honestly not sure your salary is right, that is exactly what we fix at HK Financial Advisory. We look at your actual numbers, set a salary you can defend, and build the plan that keeps the most money in your pocket, legally. Book a strategy session with my team. The link is right below this video. Do it now while there is still time on the calendar to actually use it. I'll see you on the next video.